Hello, I am a recovering caffeine sugar soda addict, and in no way is that more gloriously combined and satisfied in the soul than Mountain Dew and Dr. Pepper, right? I used to drink that, like, instead of water. Like, I woke up with Mountain Dew, I drank it all day at work, I came home and drank Mountain Dew, and slept like 2, maybe 4 hours a night, if that. Lots of times just not even sleeping at night and staying up for a couple of days in a row. And lo and behold, I became really, really sick. And my illness first manifested as like abdominal cramping and abdominal pain, but I was like, oh, what's going on? And I used the interweb way back when, and learned that my diet of microwavable foods, pizza, Totino's pizza, and soda, Mountain Dew, was not healthy. So I was like, well, I really better stop that. And I quit my caffeine habit cold turkey. Now, I was only recently, this is why I'm making this video, I was recently told that quitting caffeine cold turkey is like really not good and dangerous and you shouldn't do it. You should like wean off of it. And I didn't do that. I quit it cold turkey, and I had like the illegal drug addict type withdrawal from soda with caffeine, mainly Mountain Dew and Dr. Pepper. And it was such a horrific experience that I've never like wanted to pick up that habit again. But the worst part was the headache, just like blinding headaches, like probably as bad as cluster headaches. Cluster headaches I've experienced way more recently than my withdrawal headache, but I seriously went to the emergency room with this headache and my symptoms, and they like thought I was on drugs and drug tested me and treated me really poorly and everything, and like, oh, I wasn't on drugs. And ever since then, I actually can't even like handle caffeine. It's like caffeine to me is like what meth is to other people, and like sugar is like what Coke is to other people. So I like really don't have soda like at all. Like, if somebody gets a Mountain Dew, I will have like a sip of it because it's like in me. I have to. And they keep coming out with new flavors. But like that sip is it, and I will feel that sip. So I don't want any more of it because I don't want to be like up all night rocking and itching and like listening to the voices in my head, and like it's horrible. It's seriously like drugs, like illegal drugs, like amphetamines. It's the worst. And stopping that soda was like the first step to getting to where I am now, where legit all I drink is water, and I drink water with apple cider vinegar, organic squeezed lemon juice, like I cut a lemon and squeeze it in, and cayenne pepper and stevia. Stevia is a natural sweetener that's not sugar, doesn't affect me like sugar does, but it's still tasty. It's an acquired taste, but I've like been doing stevia stuff for like 5 years, so I have acquired it. So I was thinking about this, and it's like, dude, like I can't think of how many people that I know that like they need to stop soda, but that's really hard. Like, you say that to somebody, and it's like, well, it wasn't easy for me, and I didn't, like, just stop soda in a year or 2 years. Like, I went from drinking Mountain Dew, Dr. Pepper, root beer, like, conventional high fructose corn syrup, the sodium benzoate, I think that's what it is, really bad stuff, the really, really bad stuff, to drinking natural sodas, like cane sugar, and like those natural sodas were more expensive, and I wasn't working, I was sick, so like just as a result of like trying to stretch a soda, I was diluting it, and then like over time I would dilute less soda with more water and be drinking less sugar, but like still drinking soda throughout the day, sort of. More like really like seriously watered down soda. And then you know, I knew that sugar was a problem and that I really needed to stop relying on sugar, so I went to stevia sodas. Really the only ones that I like, honestly, are zevia, and only certain flavors. Like, I know the grape is good, and I can't think of any others right now, but only certain flavors of the zevia brand stevia sodas I liked. And so I would get those and dilute them, and like a can of soda would last me a whole day. Pardon-moi. And so I went from drinking like 6 cans of soda a day to drinking like 1 can of soda a day, but it was zevia soda. And through all of this, I'm incorporating so much more healthy things. Like, I was overhauling my whole diet. Like, I was like dying and desperate, so like I start eating kale and kraut, and like I did like colloidal silver. I did like a heavy metal detox thing. Like it had to be, for me, like desperate. I'm in so much pain, I'm so sick,